Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making scones. I know a lot of you will be like, really? Scones? Yes, scones, because you haven't made these ones. Try this recipe. I promise you, try it. You will tell me that this is the best recipe ever. So this has got one secret ingredient. Instead of using granulated sugar, we use icing sugar. So you can imagine anything with icing sugar has to turn fluffy. So let's go ahead and start. In my bowl already, I already sifted my flour and my icing sugar, because you know icing sugar forms a little bit of lump, so you need to sift it and you want to incorporate air into your scones. So that's it. I've already added a pinch of salt as well. So what I will do now, I am going to add baking powder and whisk it a little bit just to incorporate it fully. There we go. Then we've got margarine or butter. I'm using butter because I don't have margarine, but it doesn't really make any difference. But listen, whether you use margarine or butter, you'll have the nicest scones. Don't be tempted to take out your margarine or butter from the fridge before you bake so that it melts. No, you want it straight from the fridge. You can see I've just literally taken mine out. It's softened a bit now as I'm cutting it, but it's hard. It's hard. So this is what you want. Cold margarine. Do not be tempted to soften it or take it out. So cut it into small pieces to make your life a bit easy. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we then mix our dry ingredients with the butter, so that you know it forms a nice crumbly mixture. So I use my fingertips. I never use the middle of my hands, because once you do this, you create heat, and you don't want to, you know, already expose the baking powder to the heat of your hand. We finished mixing in, excuse me, finishing mixing in our butter with the flour. As you can look, it doesn't really take long, guys. So, you know, and I just used only my fingertips. So this is how the flour will look. You can even literally feel it in your hand, the softness due to the icing sugar. So in here, I already have, let me move this so that you can see. I already have eggs and buttermilk and vanilla. So I'll just whisk them again. So don't worry, guys. I will put the ingredients in the description down below. So you just mix them well. This recipe works well with just normal milk, will work well with amasi, will work well with any cultured milk, whether amasi or just named cultured milk. So you don't necessarily have to go the buttermilk way, but I found buttermilk gives the best results. So let's go ahead and mix the scones. So, oh, my camera is moving. Anyway, okay. We're going to make a well here. So with your liquids, you will pour them. Hold a little bit there, because you're not sure whether you're going to need all of it. So this mixture, guys, will be very wet. So don't worry, you haven't done anything wrong. So I always hold a little bit of the liquid back so that I can see whether I will need it or I've got enough. So don't worry. The mixture is a very wet mixture. So when it gets too wet, don't worry about it. I'll tell you and help you how to manage it. Like I said, guys, I still have the mixture left. So when you pour in, just hold on about, let me see, about 100 mils. And then if you think your dough still needs a little bit, then you pour a little bit. So this is the texture that you want. It's very sticky. I think you can see that. So this is what you want. But if you by mistake pour in more liquid and it's still and it's more wetter than this, it's still fine. Just know that you will be able to handle it. I'll show you how to do it. So there we go. What do we do now? We're going to cut our scones. So we're going to flour our surface so that we turn out the dough on the floured surface. So make sure you flour your surface enough and well so that you can manage the dough. It might look like a lot of flour, but it's not. Be careful. You don't want to work the flour into the dough. You just want to roll your dough so that you remove the stickiness and you're able to manage it. So I'm going to take it out of the bowl. So I'm going to take all of it out. Okay, there we go. So this is what you do once you've taken out. Sorry guys, my camera is moving. This is what you do. Let me move the camera a little bit. Yep. Once you sorry about that. Oh, my camera is moving. Anyway, what you do is you want to take your dough. You want to roll it on the outside, just on the flour, because you just want to remove the stickiness. Don't work the dough in. Sorry, don't work the flour in and knead it again. You're going to have tough scones. You just want to roll your dough on the flour on the outside, just like this. Make sure you've got enough flour. So once all the sides are rolled, you can see it no longer sticks. Then you place it. So what you'll do is you will... Camera, stop. Guys, I'm very sorry about this. I think because I've got a very small kitchen. So what you do, once you've rolled all the sides, you slightly press. Make sure you keep on. You're not going to flatten it to be flat. You just slightly want to press so that you've got nice fluffy scones. Guys, you don't want your dough to be flat. You just want flatten slightly, open it up. Don't worry guys, you don't have to keep any particular shape. It's just me, and I don't know why. I like making sure I've got a bit of a round. So I still have a bit more dome here, so I'm gonna get it to the side. So guys, you can see, yeah, I've got about this much up to here of my finger. So that's what you want. You do not want, so I'm just gonna pull it back because I think it's a bit thin for me. So you can see this is the thickness, like literally this much. So we're gonna go ahead and cut our flour. So I'm gonna roll my cutter in the flour all the time when I cut. So I've got my tray here, which is lined already. Guys, already I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. So make sure you preheat your oven. So I'm gonna cut. I'll show you. This is my scone. It's a thick scone. Place there. Guys, you see, every time make sure every time you roll your cutter into the flour. Sorry guys, I don't have much space. I was going to show you when I placed them. So that's how you do, so that you've got nice fluffy scones. I don't know whether guys can see. This is what the size of my scones. Do not make them thin. Here are cut scones that are ready for the oven. I'm just gonna egg wash them. This mixture, guys, is really good to brush on top of your scones, like literally, but I'm keeping this because I still want to use it for something else. So in here I've got 1 egg mixed with 1 teaspoon of water. So we'll egg wash our scones and put them in the oven. Guys, my scones are ready to go into the oven. They will go into the oven 20 to 30 minutes until they are golden brown on top. So let's get them in the oven. I'll show you when they come out. Guys, my scones are out of the oven. I'm going to tell you a technical problem I had with the first one, and I remembered because this happened before, that because of the size of the cut I'm using, I cannot do 1, 2, 3 scones because then they come out packed up next to one another. So my advice, despite the smallest you're using, do not pack them because of the icing sugar and the amount of eggs you're using. You are going to have them spread quite a lot. So please do make sure the least you can do is put only 6 on a pan. So I use a gas oven, guys, so I had to turn mine upside down. That's why you will see a bit of dirt, so that they get cooked underneath, because gas does not have, you know, that element underneath. But if you're using an electric oven, you should be just fine. My first one, I took them out already, but because I had to turn them upside down, they're still in the oven. So I put the second batch spaced out so that you can see how they will come out. So these are some of the ones that came from the first batch. You can see, guys, this might look like a bit more of buns, I think, the shape, but trust me, try them and let me know. These are amazing. You will not believe how good they are. So maybe I need to open up one for you guys, for you to be able to see. I'll put this one here. Guys, this is the inside, yeah? This is how fluffy your scones will look. Like, listen, look, they are so bouncy. The taste is out of this world. So I will post everything, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.